Welcome to another 90-day challenge video from Jason E. Johns. Right, today I want to show you about our next niche. One of the niches we've been talking about is something on Amazon. Now, Amazon obviously is a rather large site. There's a lot on here. So what is it that we're going to look on here for? How are we going to find things? Well, there's a couple of ways we can approach this. Now, firstly, we can go to the Amazon bestsellers list. If you go to amazon.com/bestsellers, you can see here there's a lot of useful information. It will give you the bestsellers in any category. You can see the newest releases, what's moving and shaking, the things that are really progressing well. You can see the top rated. You can see what people are wishing for and what people are giving. So this is one place you can go to look. Another place, of course, is you go into Amazon and you type in the words related to things that you know people buy or things that you think people will be interested in buying. So if your hobby is gardening, you may look for gardening equipment. You may also look through the various categories here to find one. And you can go through and find stuff in here. It really depends upon what you want to target. So let's have a look at the Amazon bestsellers first of all. Let's pick a subject. Let's go into home and kitchen. There you are. And you can see this tells me what's the bestsellers in home and kitchen. And then you can see here you've got different categories within it that you can look at. So we can go down further and further and see what the bestsellers are within each section. So what we're looking for, right, when we look for an Amazon product, there's a number of different criteria. Now you have to realize that when you get paid on Amazon, the amount you get paid depends upon which payment tier you're in. Okay, let's have a look at what you can get paid. Certain categories have fixed amounts that you get paid, and you can see here, if you promote anything in electronics, you are only going to get paid 4%. MP3s 5%, and so on. You can see how much you get here. Down here, it shows us the tiers. So if you sell up to 6 items in the month, you're going to get 4%. Sell 7 or more, you're up to 6%. Now that's quite a big increase. So going up these tiers is a way to significantly increase the amount of money you earn, because when you go up a tier, everything that you've earned in that month is paid out at this rate here. So the items that I started off and I got 4% on will bump up to 6% once I hit 7 items. So all 7 items will be paid at that amount. So you can see you can dramatically increase the amount of money you can earn by pushing yourself up these payment tiers. Now this obviously influences what you want to promote, because you've got to get the balance between high ticket and high commission items and sort of high volume items as well. And getting that balance right will push you up these payment tiers. And sure, you only earn a couple of dollars on the cheaper items, but you think of your 4% commission on $100, that's $4. On the $1,000 product, that's $40. You go up to the next tier, suddenly you're up to $60. So it's important for you to understand these tiers. What you want to do every month is at least get into the 6%, ideally get higher. The higher you get, the more you can earn. So the people that sit there and go, well, I'm only interested in selling $1,000 plus products, you're missing out on a lot of potential here. You've got to get the volume up, and the volume helps you increase even more. And you'll see a significant jump. Each time you go up a commission tier, you'll earn a significantly larger amount of money. So what are we looking for when it comes to a product? Well, what we want to see is we want to see a product that's popular. So we look at the ratings. You can see this has got a 5-star rating. It's 4.8 out of 5. That's brilliant. But you can see the list price. It's saving, what's that, $15. So that's a decent saving, and that will often attract people to buy. Sometimes the fact that there's a significant discount, like this one here, this ambient weather emergency blah blah blah, you can see that's saving $40. So again, that appeals to a lot of people because they can make a decent saving on it, which appeals rather than them having to go to a shop and get it. So we look at the ratings as well. What we want to do is, let's just pick this one here just as an example. I'm not saying go for it. So 4% on that, you're talking a couple of dollars maybe if you sold it, which isn't bad. It's good. But if it's got high sales volume, then that's all the better. So we can look at the product here, and obviously we can zoom in if we really wanted to. So we can see, right, we're saving 20% on it. It's a collectible. We can scroll down. It's decent sized description. Description's important because you can use this or rewrite it in your product review, and same with some of the reviews from down here. You can take these reviews and rewrite them and use them to help you get your product together. So you can write your product review based on this. We see it's got a good rating. It's 4.8 out of 5, mostly positive. There's only one sort of slightly negative one. And you can look here, you can see, okay, so the first two are positive, the third one's a negative review. So this will probably be good, because what you don't want is you don't want people to come to the product, look at the product and see these are all negative reviews, because if they do, it's going to put them off. So seeing mostly positive, ideally you want all positive, will help you to make more sales. Now, my personal preference is I tend to promote anything that's over sort of $50. Under $50 has got to be quite a good turnover to push me up the commission tiers. So let's look at this Griddler. This is going down though. So it's been in the top 100 a lot, but it's going down. There's a big saving, 57%. So again, that could really kickstart sales, particularly if you advertise that on your front page. And we can see here again. Let's go down. It's got a lot of reviews, 1,300 reviews. We go down. Good size description, lots of photos. We can use these photos. It is permitted. That looks good. I mean, this is looking like a decent enough one to me. There's brilliant amount of information here for me to create a fantastic review that looks as if I've owned it. And we scroll down, look at the reviews. I mean, look at this first review. The G4, yeah, okay, so G4 M5. Right, okay, so yeah, this is a nice review there. Again, good, useful information. Look here, word of warning: do not cook that. That's a brilliant thing to put in a review, because you put that in a review, it really does look like you've used it. It's very convincing for people, and you're giving them good, useful information. Scroll down. There's another brilliant long review. Another review where they're okay with it. They're saying that the non-stick's peeling off. Okay, so it tells you some good information there. Again, you can use this to create your review. So it's just a case of literally going through and finding something. Once you've found something, this is a Cuisinart Griddler. Let's just copy that. We go to our favourite tool, the Google External Keyword Tool, and we do our usual setup. And we want to search for United States, global monthly, over 800, and let's do a search and see what comes up there. So it hasn't come up with a lot of keywords relating to it, just the one. So okay, so let's have a look at that keyword. So if we go to Google and then we type in our keyword, we do our in title, we can see that there's not a massive amount of competing sites, 9,490. The top few, there's a lot of YouTube videos in there actually. Let's try searching without the quotes and just see what the top 10's all about. Amazon, 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 Amazon. Let's just try me doing it one more time from google.com/NCR. Now, if you go to google.com/NCR, you can search google.com from outside of the USA, which kind of is handy. So you can see now I've got a completely different set of results. Now I've searched from the USA rather than from the UK. And you can see again, we've got mainly Cuisinart, lots. It's all basically the Cuisinart site, and then Amazon. So I'd say that's probably doable. So let's go to our Namecheap. Oh, let's get that typed in correctly. and let's search for our domain name, see whether it's available or not. It may or may not be taken, we'll see. Right, the .com's taken, so let's have a look and see what the .com looks like, if there's anything there. Right, let's see. Right, so there's nothing on the .com. The .com's not in use. Let's check the .net. .net's not in use either. Let's check the .org. The .org isn't in use. So basically, someone's gone and registered all these, but hasn't actually used it. So let's see who it is. This will give us an idea whether it's something that we could get away with going for or not. SPLER Cook. These always get me, so let's see if we can get through it. Right, who's it registered to? Right, it's registered to somebody in Vietnam. Right, okay, so that's good. This is telling me it hasn't been registered by Cuisinart to save the domain name and stop anyone else using it. So if somebody registered it earlier this year, and they've obviously not done anything with it, and it's at HostGator. So this looks like a good one to go for. So let's go back to domain search, and let's try Cuisinart Gridler review and see what comes up for that. See whether there's anything there. So the .com there is taken. So let's let's go and have a quick look and see if there's anything on the .com there. And while we're doing that, we could go for the .net or .org there if we wanted to. Cuisinart Gridler reviewed. And again, right, there is an actual review here. So there you are. This is an internet marketer site. Somebody set this up. And you can see they've taken a video from YouTube. They've got an Amazon widget there. Some sort of Google advert over there, I think. And then that's a graphic that they've done to take you through to Amazon. And then they've written a review, which is not particularly quality. But these looks like it's been pretty much taken from the Amazon page. And then they've got a redirect on. That takes them to more about their page. And then they haven't put a redirect on to Amazon. So that looks like a reasonable site, but probably not the most professional. But you can see here, Cuisinart Gridler reviewed is free. If I type in info, let's have a look whether that's free. And let's just have a look at some of the different domain names. So that's free, Cuisinart Gridler info. So very easily, we found a potential product to go for. Now, if you're sort of thinking, well, should I register a domain name with the word Cuisinart in it because it could potentially be a trademark? Yeah, it is a trademark, but you have to remember some companies are happy for you to promote their products so long as you do not try and pass yourself off as the company. Other companies get very upset when you try to use their domain names. Now, I've registered quite a few domain names, and I've had some, just one or two, where literally within a day or two of registering the domain name, I've had the company to send me a letter saying, "Stop, get off our land," sort of thing, and tell me off. But I've had others where I've had domain names with trademarks in, I've had them for years, and no one's ever complained. You put a disclaimer at the bottom and you state, we are not in any way associated with Cuisinart, we just love their products, that sort of thing. And that kind of gets you out of jail free. If you do infringe a trademark, the first step always is they will send you a cease and desist letter. Basically, you'll get a letter in the post that looks very official and says, "Oi, stop it, or we're going to sue you. You've got to give us a domain name right now." And all you do is you roll over and play dead and hand over the domain name. You hand it over, they're happy, you just move on. If you want to make sure before you try to register a domain name, contact the company. Half the time they'll answer and go yes, the other time they won't bother answering. And occasionally you'll get told no. If you outline your plans and just say, look, I've got Cuisinart Gridler, I'm an online marketer, I really want to promote it because I think it's a brilliant grill, and I'd like to promote it and share the information and sell some of these on the internet. Most companies are going to go, hey, you want to sell one of my products? Great, get on with it. And they're not going to complain if you make more sales for them and raise brand awareness, are they? Hey, they're not paying you for it, it's all for free. So, as far as most companies are concerned, it's fantastic. For a few, they're going to be very upset. As I said, I've had 2 or 3 where I've been sort of slapped on the wrists, but in most cases, no one's complained. With one of them, it wasn't until I outranked their company site that they got annoyed. Until then, they were happy for me to have it. I'd had the site for months, and then when I hit sort of #1 in the search engines and they weren't, they got very upset and sent me a letter. But with most of the others, they monitor domain registrars, and as soon as they see something being registered, you'll get a letter. But if you've got any doubts, just check with the company first. I know from having previous domains that Cuisinart don't tend to mind, because I have used their name in domains before, and they've been more than happy for it. They haven't complained once. So that's basically the process. So all we do, it's quite slow, to be perfectly honest, is you've just got to sit and go through time and time again through all of this. Where's my Google results? There you are. You can see local search trends. The search trends here are sort of tailing off. So this is one I'd look into and see, well, is it actually a current model? Has it been, where is the Amazon product? I can't find it now. There it is. Has it been superseded by a newer version? That's something I'd want to know. You can see there's plenty of pictures. So what I would tend to do is then in Google, in Amazon, I would do a search for Cuisinart Gridler. Oh dear, I can't even spell today. Gridler. I'd do a search for that, and I'd see what other ones. So you got the 4N 5-in-1. You got a Panini press. You got another one. You got another one, another Gridler. So right, okay. So there's quite a few Cuisinart things in here that I could do. And what I could also do as well is I can compare it with the competition. So I can see here, there's a Hamilton Beach one. There's a Breville Smart Grill, another Breville Smart Grill. There's a George Foreman grill. There's another Cuisinart one there. There's a DeLonghi one, another Cuisinart one, George Foreman. So what I can do is I can use some of these other ones and compare some of those too, so people can see what the competition is like. So there seems to be, from what I can see here, plenty of content for me to create a website for this. There's lots of products. The products are a reasonable price. I mean, yeah, some of them are a bit on the low side, but the traffic's quite good. The traffic, if you remember, there was almost 10,000 searches a month, and they're all from within the United States, so it's dead easy to target Amazon.com. And on top of that, it's got not a lot of competition in the search engine, so this could be a good one to go for. But like I said, my only concern is this data here, the fact that it sort of seems to be peak trailing off. So I'd have to investigate that a little bit more. Maybe go to Google Trends or download the keywords and have a look, because it gives you more information. But that's how you find products on Amazon. Like I said, it's not exactly the quickest of processes, unless you have an idea of something that's selling. Maybe you bought something and you found it sold well. You can go on there. Just go along, look through the best sellers, find something that you think, great, that's going to be a good product, people are going to want to buy it, and then go from there, really. And you go through the normal process where you go to the keyword tool, look for keywords, you go to Google, check the competition, you check domain names are free. So that's all the same. It's just literally searching around on Amazon to find decent products. Remember, you want products with good reviews, plenty of content, some good pictures, and ideally other products in the similar niche that you can also write about and market on your site.